Hi friends, I hope you all are doing great. It's me, Nikki, here to take you on my journey of preparing for my sweet niece, Savannah's 5th birthday. So let's get started. For my longtime subscribers, you remember when my niece Savannah turned 1 and I did her birthday party. Well, of course, she is now 5 years old. So friends, can you believe Savannah has turned 5 years old? And so I wanted to get my gift ready. I wanted to make a parting gift for her friends. Her mom and dad are doing her party, so I am just making candy apples, and I wanted to go to Party City to try to find some wrapping paper themed to wrap the gift. It is superhero themed, and so she is all into Wonder Woman. But when I went by Party City, I had called and they said they had it, but I didn't notice any Wonder Woman or any kind of female hero wrapping paper there, so I had to kind of switch up my game plan as far as what to wrap the gift in. And then I also needed to go by Joann's because I wanted to find some little tags or some cute things to put around the candy apples that I was going to make. I wanted to make galaxy style candy apples. I had watched YouTube videos and blog posts and I was ready to do it. I had my partner in crime Mike there to help me, but I wanted to get some ribbon that was kind of superhero themed because instead of putting them into the clear candy bags to wrap them, I had these pretty clear boxes that I was going to use, and so I needed ribbon to tie it with, and they didn't have Wonder Woman, so I kind of went with just kind of a superhero look. I then also needed some dye because to make these kind of galaxy, marble looking candy apples, you need a combination of white food coloring along with just blue or red or whatever dye you're going to swirl it in. I also got some cute little sticks off of Amazon to use for the apples. Got my apples ready. I used a combination of red and green apples, and this is the ribbon that I decided that I would alternate to use. And I wasn't sure if this was going to work, but I figured it would. It's just icing color. I said it wouldn't be much different from food coloring, I'm thinking. And then the sticks I thought were so cute and appropriate for a party theme, as a superhero party theme, but I feel like you can use these in a variety of different ways. And then also I got just the traditional food coloring. Caro syrup is what the recipe called for. Also, along with, definitely we needed sugar and things like that, so I'll show you that in a little bit. But the boxes here were so cute. I got them off Amazon and I'll link them below, but they're great for candy apples and I thought they were so cute. Really easy to put together after you put together the first one. The first one I was just trying to figure it out, but once I figured out where each slit goes, I was good to go. So the apples were Granny Smith apples and I used Red Delicious apples, and those were the two different varieties that I chose to use. I don't know that it makes a difference. I guess it's just a preference thing, depending on what you want. The process is the same for both. And so the next thing was just to kind of get everything prepped and ready so that I can jump in to make these galaxy candy apples. And I felt really hopeful about it. I got my baking dish. It said to take it and put wax paper and then to spray some Pam on it. So just all of the prep work, getting that all set up before I actually got into the whole process of making them. I then wanted to take the sticks and go ahead and get those prepped because you want to put your sticks in first because you're going to use that to help you dip the apples. So you want to get the apples clean, get the sticks in. I thought they looked so cute even though they weren't dipped yet. So I love the little sticks. I also got these off Amazon and I'll link those below also. But I thought those were super cute. These would even be fun for a fall girls night in party. Make some maybe caramel candy apples or something like that with those sticks. That could be a lot of fun. So you take your cup of Caro syrup and you want to add that in with the sugar and a cup of water and mix it well, and then you want to use a candy thermometer. And so again, I followed all of the instructions, getting it up to the proper degrees and everything, and then added my food coloring in. And I don't know where I went wrong, friends. I really don't know where I went wrong, but when I put the white in initially, I could not get it to be fully white, and I felt like it needed to be fully white. But then when I got it, it was like it had a little yellowish tint to it, and as much as I put in there, it still had a yellow tint to it. But I just rolled with it at one point, thinking when it swirled, it really wouldn't make much of a difference, which was actually true. So the problem didn't come in with the actual color of the white, because I felt like once I swirled it, it did give me that look that I was going for. The problem that I had, where I think I messed up, is that I did not swirl it enough, because as you can see, as I'm twirling it, I'm all of a sudden hitting that white where I didn't have it swirled deep enough. Even the next go round, I tried again, and friends, it was just an epic fail. It was a mess. I just was not happy with it. They weren't swirling right. I was like, this is not Nikki's gig. This was not my thing. They were horrendous, and the consistency was not edible to me. So even though they were ugly, they weren't edible either. So then I said, let's go with just the classic red candy apple that's still hero themed, had the ribbon. They looked gorgeous. They worked out fine, but they tasted awful. Friends, I was like, I could not give kids this. So the next morning I got up, went to my grocery store, and I was lucky that they had 20 candy apples. So I picked up the candy apples, I took the sticks out, I put them in my packaging, put the ribbon around them, and that is the candy apples they got, and they tasted delicious. So, you know, Mike and I went through all that the night before to have to go out and buy candy apples, but in the end, you know, I could not serve the other ones. They weren't edible. They really weren't edible. So I think my candy apple days are pretty much over. I don't think I'll be making any more candy apples anytime soon. I found the cute little card in Party City that had her name on it, and it actually had a recorder in it that sang happy birthday to her and said her name. I'm an auntie that gives clothes all the time. This is the first time I've given her toys because she really wanted that Barbie dream house. I feel like 5 years old is such a important birthday, and so I wanted to get her something that she really wanted and something that was really special. And so the Barbie dream house it was, and so I bought it upstairs because I wanted to wrap it. I wish I could have found the Wonder Woman wrapping paper, but I couldn't find it, so I went with the next best thing, just a red and white stripe. Put a red ribbon on it, called it a day, thought it'd be cute. I also have a client, and I was working with her in her daughter's room, and she had the same Barbie dream house, and she said, well, you definitely want to be sure to also get the car, because you're going to need the car, because it has a garage. So I picked up the car also, which she ended up already having. I didn't realize that she already actually had 2 of them, so her Barbie's there, loaded down with cars at this point. But it was now a process of simply wrapping the gift. And so now that that task is over, I simply wanted to put a card on the gift, and then I had these stickers for years that I had got from Erin Condren, and they're just ones that we had custom made, and I think initially I had did it for Christmas, but because they were that red color and it fit, you know, I just put this on the bag and also on her gift. These really come in handy to have pre-made when you're doing gifts, so I may get some in some neutral colors, so that may be neat. I'll link it below if you're interested in the Erin Condren ones. And then also we had to come with our superhero t-shirts, so I got the one that said Auntie. I ordered this off Amazon, and we had that. The candy apples, they were a hit. We got them all set up on the table that her mom had set up. She had again, I didn't plan the party. Her mom had planned the party, and so I just bought the candy apples and my gift, and that was it. So then little Savannah, she was the cutest thing. She was Wonder Woman, and you could not tell her she was not the real Wonder Woman. She was really Wonder Woman. The next day, my brother and I, we put together the dollhouse. It wasn't as bad as we thought. It was a lot of parts, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as we thought. She had went to another birthday party with her mom, so my brother and I stayed back and put this together, and so that when she came back, she could play with it. And one thing that I thought was neat, friends, is that the TV, Barbie's TV, was actually made for you to put your phone in. So you put your cell phone in, and Barbie has a real TV, but I thought it was cute that she could sit there and watch TV as she plays in her little dollhouse. So toys, you know, my Barbie dream house was not this advanced, but I thought that was interesting. So I really had fun at her party. I was so happy that she had a good time, and although the candy apples were an epic fail, it was fun. It was fun, and it was a lot of laughs for Mike and I. So friends, that about summed up my weekend. It was a lot of fun, and thank you for joining me on this journey. If you're not subscribed to the At Home with Nikki family, I would love to have you. Click that subscribe button. Also join me over on Instagram. I'm At Home with Nikki on everything. I hope you all are doing great. I will see you at the next video, and this is Nikki saying goodbye.